Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ready Steady Play.
Hi guys.
Michael and I are here together to go on a romantic adventure. This is a bit different to our normal adventures because they're not usually this romantic.
You treater, you. Give me all the best jobs.
Well, Fog of Love's got its reprint coming out soon. They've got lots of cool new box designs. If you haven't seen them, check out
I did
their
see
new
those.
box
They
set.
were quite cool.
They are very cool. There's lots of new expansions coming. But what we've got here is the core set alone. So if you are interested in picking up a reprint of the core set, this is the fourth chapter. Fourth
Was
bit.
it? Oh, fifth? You should know it. You should know what you want.
I know what I want. Yeah, this is the fourth one from the... So if you're playing through it's chapters, it's not... Love stories, that's what they're called, love stories. If you're playing through the love stories in order, this is number 4 from the core set of 4. But there's lots of expansions and stuff and more content.
There is a lot coming.
So if you don't know what this game is, it's essentially a romance simulator. And I haven't put up a rules video for it because it comes with a very good tutorial in the box if you're interested in playing it. Yeah. But also the game is not really about rules and points. It's more about creating a story and creating characters.
Yes.
And so at the beginning, we're going to take a short amount of time to set up our characters with different traits and different physical features, and they're going to have a job, and we're going to get an idea of who they are. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to play through this love story, which is about the love between our two characters. And we'll go through different chapters that make up the story. We'll have all these scenes coming out to tell the story of each chapter.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, we might have changed our occupation. We might have changed a lot of stuff about ourselves, and we'll find out what the destiny of our love affair is and whether or not we live happily ever after.
Or whether we split up.
But it's worth noting that if we do split up, that might be for the best.
It might not be a bad thing.
It just depends on whether there was an alignment of our core values.
Just going to say whether the stars were aligned.
So
more romantic.
Fog of Love. And Michael and I have both turned our character sheets to the male side here, but that does not necessarily mean that we're both playing men. We've decided to sort of keep it flexible and open to interpretation.
Exactly right. It's like... I'm going to be called Sam.
You're going to be called Sam, and I'm going to be called Alex.
So,
or should I be Joe?
Good.
I could be Joe.
You could be Joe.
I like Joe.
You just want me to say Joe, don't you?
Joe. I just want you to say Joe. That's it, I'm Joe. So, in this story here, so we've got our starting hands here, but don't worry too much about that. There are scenes... We start off sweet, and then things get more serious and more dramatic as the game progresses. So we start with a bunch of sweet scenes in hand, but also one dramatic and one serious scene.
That's right.
And here are our destinies. Now, what's interesting about this is that we're actually going to draw 2 random destinies and put the other 3 here in our personal discard pile with 2 destinies here already set up. So in this particular scenario, love story, these 2 destinies actually involve breaking up. But what's interesting is that we may well have scenes and parts of the story coming out that tell us to go in here and pick out destinies and add them to our hand. So we may well not wind up with one of the destinies we started with.
So we're looking at these destinies now.
I see. So if you cannot realize your destiny at the end, that's also not necessarily a lose condition. That's just another part of the story. The story is what this is all about. The story of Joe and
Sam.
Cool. So, speaking of Joe and Sam, shall we find out what kind of people we are?
Let's. I'm intrigued to tell you more about Sam.
All right. So, we're both going to get 5 traits here. We're going to pick 3 to keep and 2 to get rid of. And fulfilling these traits by the end of the game is going to be important because we'll gain happiness based on these traits, and the happiness that we have is going to affect our destiny. Now, having more happiness than the other player is not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It depends on our destiny and who we are.
Exactly. I might want to make you happy.
And you might want to be really happy and not give a shit about me.
Exactly. I'd be like, oh, I'm just a doormat. But as long as I love you.
Yeah, you might only care that I'm super happy and not care whether you're happy at all.
You know, like, as long as you make me happy, I don't give a shit about you.
No, that's too close to reality.
Oh, wait.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, I've got two that are directly opposed.
Yeah, I've got some that are...
Oh, damn it. I really want to pick this one, but it doesn't fit with any of my other traits. So here you want to be looking really at... So there's a lot of game mechanics that you could be thinking about, how to get these game mechanics so you can achieve sort of optimal placement of things on the board, but I think that that's not really in the spirit of this game. Really what you should be looking for here are 3 traits that fit together to create sort of a realistic person that you will become for the duration of this love story. Because Fog of Love doesn't really have a lot of thinky game mechanics. It's really more about creating a character and then going through these scenes, thinking about how the scenes and the characters play out and discussing that with one another. And just like in real life, you're trying to sort of express to each other who you are and how you feel and what it is that you want from life and sort of figure it out for yourself as well.
Mm-hmm.
But without, you just like in real life, you probably don't have the keen self-awareness to go, I am this way and this is what I need, you know?
Yes.
That's a wisdom that comes. That's a kind of wisdom that comes with, age and experience and all that kind of stuff.
Life.
Yeah, and life lived, exactly. So I've got to pick. I think I'm going to have these 3. I think these will be quite funny.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do now, Michael, is show the people at home my traits.
I'm just going to look
and
away.
And the 2 I've got rid of. So these are the 2 I got rid of. I'm not going to show these to Michael either because it might give him an indication. I really wanted to pick the bottom one, but it just doesn't really fit with the other things that I've got. And then these are the 3 that I did go with. And as you can see, I'm a very particular kind of character. And it should be quite amusing to find out how this plays out.
So, have you finished showing the guys at home your traits?
I have.
Perfect. So I'm going to do the same. And I've picked these 3 because I think this will also give me an interesting character and be interesting to see how the story plays out, particularly because, as I say, I think it will lead for some interesting dynamics as the story unfolds. It'll certainly be an interesting tale for us both. Okay.
Okay, so now that... have you done your traits?
I have.
Great. So now that you've done that, it's occupations, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, I can't remember. Do we just get 1 or do we get 3 and pick 1?
We get 3 and we pick 1.
All right, so there you go. There's 3 occupations for you there.
Okay.
3 from me here.
Are we going to show all 3 to the guys?
No.
Okay.
I think it's got to be this one. Oh my god, I just realized I've created a TV character. What I'll do is I'll put up on screen right now the character I am on TV, so you all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm just debating between 2 of these.
Well, why don't you show them what you're debating between?
Okay.
Because mine was a pretty obvious choice. I don't think it was very interesting to look at.
I think the traits that I've got fit both these occupations quite well.
Right, my traits really only synced up with one of my occupations.
I'm going to pick this one.
Very good.
Yep. Thank you.
I'll give me your traits as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because we actually can draw new traits and occupations over the course of the game. Traits typically replace one another, and it's usually only when a very serious event changes sort of who you are in a very fundamental way. So my occupation
like
is...
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah! Or like what's that other Christmas movie?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes, that's the one. So I am a advertising manager.
Ooh. I'm an insurance agent.
This is going to be a whirlwind romance.
Who says the fun stops here?
So-
Who says spontaneity doesn't happen?
Now, here's something fun. We're going to get some physical features here as well.
Ooh.
And what's cool about these is that we actually pick them for one another. And so this, I like this part of the game because it kind of gives you a bit of a challenge, because now you've got this idea of who you are and what your traits are and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But now someone else is going to give you some features, and that offers you a bit of a challenge just to make your character work with those features.
Mm-hmm.
What it means is that you can't just be sort of living in a comfort zone with an idealized version of yourself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're an insurance agent. Oh God, my. So, I'm going to show the people at home this one.
Okay.
And then I will explain why I've shown them that maybe later, depending on how this plays out.
So you've not picked it.
I've not picked it. All right. We don't actually know who the first player is yet. So I've got one of our chips here. I'm going to hide one in my hands. And
I always lose this.
whoever you pick is going to be first player. So if you find whoever's comes out is first player.
Okay, we're going to go here. Told you!
You're so bad at that. It's amazing. Okay, so as I'm first player, that means I play the first one.
Mhm.
Now, you are the insurance agent. And it says here that you are not a curious person by being an insurance agent. What I mean is, this is a down on the curiosity
Should
meter.
we have put one there?
Not yet. We'll do that after you've got all four.
Okay.
So I'm going to...
Too eager.
Oh my God, this is so funny, Michael. I have to give you these ones. Okay, so Michael, you have an old cell phone.
Of course I do.
You just don't care about technology, or you're not curious about it. You're basically like an old fogey with technology, but even though you're in your prime.
Yeah. Well, I think this is absolutely... I'm trying not to be too silly, but I love, as an advertising manager, how I've fallen in love with your...
We've not fallen in love yet. This begins with dating.
Okay, I've noticed you from across afar. How you're such an advertising manager, and you're into brands, but how unstylish you are.
I'm not a stylish advertising manager. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what attracted me to you?
What?
I noticed from far away your bedroom eyes.
Oh my
making
God!
Sultry looks at me.
I'm literally... This is uncanny. I don't know whether to pick this now, but I think I should, because maybe that's what made us look at each other in the first place. But what attracted me to you was how you captivate me with your piercing eyes.
Oh, my piercing eyes looked right into your bedroom eyes, and we were like, yes!
It's like you saw into my soul.
And something else, and now I just have to give you this, because there's three things here, actually. One of them I think fits too well with your character, so I'm going with this one, which is just so amusing to me, because it's so not. So I just love your long blonde hair. You're a luscious blonde, Michael, with bedroom eyes.
While I'm on the phone to you.
Well, I just... okay, well, pass me over your last one, and then I'll show these off.
So this is... See, I'm not going to give you this, because you actually do have them. So I think it would be a bit boring. So...
Is it pecs?
No, it's very similar.
Broad shoulders.
Broad shoulders. So that's boring. But these two are a bit like... they're either kinky things that I quite like about you. And it's
Do you mean about Alex?
About Alex, yes.
Sorry,
Joe.
Alex was the last name.
But that also says a lot about Sam in his eccentricities.
Or her.
Yeah.
Remember, we're gender non-specific here.
Indeed. So I'm quite turned on either by one of these, and I think I'm going to pick this one. I'm really into your hairy armpits.
Ooh, yeah. I definitely don't shave. So I have passed up upon the flowery hat returns. Michael had a flowery hat in our last game, and also well dressed. I thought that was a bit too comfortable for a well-dressed insurance agent. That doesn't sound very interesting.
No.
So those are your features. You have an old cell phone because you don't care.
Yep.
You've got bedroom eyes and long blonde hair because you're not about phone calls and emails. You're all about personal meetings.
Yeah. Whereas I passed up on broad shoulders and leather gloves.
Oh, the leather gloves, that's kinky.
I know, that's why I was umming and ahhing.
All right, now we have to do just a couple of quick introductions
Mm-hmm.
to our characters. So, I am Joe, the advertising manager, and I am great, even though I don't care about style at all. And I'm very intense, staring you down.
Yeah.
And I don't shave my armpits because I'm my own person and who cares what others think.
So there. Well, I am Sam. I am the insurance agent. And likewise, I try and grab people and get their attention with my bedroom eyes. And I also have nice features with my long blonde hair. I'm very Norse, and everyone loves me because they find me quite retro with my Nokia 3210.
They love that about you.
They love that, and I think that's quite apt for my Norseness. Because I'm sure Nokia's isn't. No, that's not Norse, is it?
Nokia's.
No, it's Ericsson's, isn't it?
It may be.
Yeah, but there we go.
Well, Sam, one thing I've noticed is that you have 2 positive traits and 2 negative traits.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by this is that these trackers here are going to chart us. Generally, it is more of a positive thing to be on the top and more of a negative thing to be on the bottom, although this is still abstract, and you could sort of argue that being closed-minded, prosaic, and conventional is a good thing. Or
if you're a traditionalist.
If you're a traditionalist, well, that is you. You are very closed-minded, but you are also very extroverted, sociable, and assertive. Whereas I'm just negative across the board. There's really nothing good about me, and I'm sort of unlovable. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Because
Not to me.
I'm going to put one down here on the bottom of the insincerity track, which means I'm deceitful, pretentious, and self-centered. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put one down here on the bottom of this track, which means I'm thick-skinned, calm, and unsentimental. Now, that is actually potentially not a bad thing.
No.
Because sensitive, anxious, and sentimental, these are not... This one is not as binary, right? Like, this is not
correct.
Good and bad. Whereas I think, like, this one, for example, is good and bad. Curious, creative, and unconventional.
And this one could be good and bad, because organised and hardworking...
And
in opposite to reckless and lazy and disorganized.
And I think it's all about sort of how you manage these things as well, because you can go to extremes to the point where you become sort of unrelatable and or you can sort of be. Again, it creates these very interesting images of these characters, and it's really up to you how you sort of want to portray them.
So I'm
also, but this is definitely all bad: rough, antagonistic, and stubborn.
I love a bit of rough.
Well, that's true. Actually, people do like a bit of rough, But antagonistic and stubborn are both
so
negative.
I'm got to put 2 here. So I'm very close-minded.
Yeah.
But I'm very extroverted and sociable.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
So here's the opening of our scenario. The No Kids speed dating service.
Tell them how we met.
I'm doing that.
Okay.
God, Sam.
Come on, Joe.
You're so excitable.
I love it when you tell the story.
How I Met Your Mother. The No Kids speed dating service is perfect for you. You've made up your mind, very much so, and you want to find somebody else who's done the same. Somebody who knows where they're heading in life. I know what I want is a challenging story. Both characters set out with a limited hand of destinies. You need to navigate the pitfalls of a relationship of 2 people with fixed minds. Can you make it work? Can you change? Are kids really not an option?
Ooh.
Yep. They are definitely not an option. Because we've got a baby card here that's hidden beneath our synopsis.
What?
And
hidden?
It does say that if you are not playing with a man and a woman, you cannot use the baby card, but we're going to circumvent that using the magic of cinema. All right, so here
and then
we
a
go.
baby appears.
Chapter 1. No Kids Speed Daters. Ready? Now spend 30 seconds introducing yourselves, then go straight to the important stuff. Kids, why don't you want to have children? First, both tell a bit about your characters, then choose your opinions about children below. Well, I feel like we might have done the tell a bit about your characters.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you a quick one sentence thing about I'm an advertising manager because I think that consumerism and adverts control the world, and I want to be in charge.
I am an insurance agent because I like the cutthroat atmosphere of it, and I enjoy the finer things in life that enables to get me.
All right. Personally, I hate insurance agents, but Joe really likes them.
And Sam thinks advertising managers are hot.
Right. Well, now I'm settling into the Joe mindset. He's couldn't be sort of further from who I am in real life. But that's okay.
Me neither.
I mean, in real life, I shave my pits, obviously.
And in real life, clearly, I have long blonde hair.
So you're just like Sam.
Sam, yeah, totally.
All right.
And
Sam and Joe. Here we go.
Yeah, I definitely don't have any sort of like products that related to fruit.
So we have 4 tokens here, and these are going to allow us to make decisions in the game. So here we've got to choose between 3 options. We're both going to pick, and we've got kids. You know what? They don't fit into my lifestyle. It's that simple. I have a rich life, and I won't give it up. Or children are great, but the world is terrible, and it's getting worse. I don't want them to give them a miserable life. Honestly, I'd be a horrible parent. I can't even manage my own life well. Well, I know exactly what... I'm already in the mindset of Joe here. I know exactly what she would pick.
Yeah. I know exactly what Sam would pick.
All right, great. Let's see if we are similar and a match. We don't want to give up our fancy lifestyles for anybody else.
For anyone else.
Wow, we both just total selfish assholes. I've been waiting so long to be so selfish as I am. So we're so similar. We get 4 happiness.
Oh wow! I love how we both like shits.
So now we're going to play through 6 scenes in the Chapter 1 Speed Daters. So the first date's gone well. We met each other at Speed Daters. I guess we decided to have another date. Yep. I'm just going to start with me picking one of these cards for us to play.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. I have to save it for later, though. Oh wow. Oh my god, I've got some hilarious cards here. Wow, I actually have 2 here that I'm not really... Alright, let's start with this thing, because I think it's the only one that really fits the first scene.
Okay.
The stupidest thing. What's the stupidest thing you've ever done in front of a crowd?
Oh.
And then, I've never done anything stupid? In front of a crowd? Nothing. I once peed on a radio getting an electric shock, or I accidentally kissed a kid from my class at a school play on the mouth in front of the whole school. It was in 7th grade, and I still have nightmares. So you have to choose and tell me what is the stupidest thing you've ever done, Michael. And honestly, in front of a crowd.
Okay. Shall I think about this and tell you tomorrow?
I want to know now. But that's fine. It's a good idea, Sam. We'll come back tomorrow, and Sam will tell me what's the stupidest thing she's ever done in front of a crowd.
Yes.
So thanks for watching, everybody.
Plenty of stuff. Maybe not all repeatable.
And I hope you're ready to clear the fog with us and find out what lies beneath.
Catch you tomorrow.